Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel once more. With me today is this wonderful colleagues of mine. We are going to do an amazing job, practical in biology, the topic of chemicals of life. So stay tuned and enjoy. So the first thing we have starch, food sample starch. We also have distilled water. We have this is iodine solution. We have Benedict solution, and later on we are going to negotiate to do who gonna give us saliva. We will negotiate that, and we have an empty boiling tube. So Maureen is going to test for starch here, whether there is starch present, and you know how the color changes. And then on this other side, Rahab is going to test for reducing sugars from the same food sample. So this one can be any food sample, and we are going to test for the effect of saliva amylase on starch.
You put 2 ml in a beaker, in a measuring cylinder. Then you take a clean beaker cylinder. Then you pour it. Then you take 2 drops of iodine.
This is iodine. Guys, this is iodine.
2 drops.
So she's using one dropper. This is iodine.
Then you put 2 drops.
Then you shake.
Then you shake.
Wow, the color changes to blue, black. There is change in coloration. This is the food sample, and it is a clear indication that this one is starch. Alright? Yeah, that one is done. So, presence of starch. So maybe we can test again, my friend. Rahab can test for reducing sugar in the same food sample containing starch. We are going to put 2 mils of the food sample in a measuring cylinder. Yes, these are our 2 mils of the food sample we have. Then we are going to add 2 drops of Benedict solution. This is the Benedict solution, blue in color. 2 drops. I think it is 2 ml. Equal amount. So if food sample you are testing is 2 ml, then the Benedict solution should also be 2 ml. Yeah. Then we are going to transfer this food sample to the water bag. Yeah. You observe the color changes. So you need to observe that. Is it going to take some time? We should maybe put it in a water bag for how many minutes? 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If there is no color change, there is no reducing sugars. If the color changes to either green, yellow, or orange, then there is presence of reducing sugar in this food sample. I think no change. So absence of
Reducing sugars.
reducing
Sugars.
Hey, wonderful guys.
Yes.
We are doing good. Now that there is no reducing sugar here, and we have starch. After we have tested, we have seen there is starch. So the next thing now we are going to look at, if you can excuse me a little bit, to demonstrate the action of salivary amylase. I didn't say you go that far. I need you this practice. So to demonstrate the action of salivary amylase. So that is what we are going to do. If you can come closer. So who's gonna give us the saliva? Mora? Because we want to use the actual saliva on this food sample and see whether there is any action that salivary amylase can do to this starch. Okay? And the one thing you need to know is that we have 3 types of carbohydrates. We have monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. Alright? An example of monosaccharides is glucose. Another example of disaccharide is maltose. And an example of polysaccharide is starch. So this one is polysaccharide. Now, monosaccharide, they are simple sugars, but disaccharides are made up of 2 molecules of monosaccharides, but polysaccharide is made up of many molecules of monosaccharides. So this one has many molecules of monosaccharides, which are glucose. So we want to put saliva in this food sample and then leave it to stand for like 5 minutes. But before we do that, we have the thermometer with us. We have the thermometer with us. Remember, salivary amylase works best at the temperature of 40 degrees centigrade. If it is more than 40, the amylase will be denatured and destroyed. And if it is less than 40, way less than 40, it will be deactivated, so it will not work best. So we are going to, with the help of these wonderful colleagues of mine, we are going to maintain the water mark to 40 degrees.
The alcohol thermometer.
Okay. It is at 60, so we need to reduce even more or lesser. Yeah, it's coming down, guys. It's coming down. It's coming down. Yeah. At still 60. Actually, it is 44. Is it 44? 44. I don't know whether guys you can see. It is 44. But maybe by the time we are done with the negotiations, whose saliva we're gonna use? I don't know. I don't know. Raha, we're gonna take your saliva.
I think yours.
First of all, I use clean water to rinse my mouth so that we get clean saliva. So you need to be careful with the process. It can be irritating. It can be irritating. So I have to get off my mask. Then I take clean water. This is clean water, guys. I have to clean the lips. Oh, sorry. My mouth now is clean. I can get the saliva. I think we should get the saliva from everyone so that it is enough.
No, I think you you should. No, do it. How many ml do we require?
Allowed 2 ml.
Yours is okay. That is
I'm
enough.
still, guys, I'm still looking for saliva. Where is the big good saliva? Maybe we should remove it so that it is there. Clean it.
Clean it.
I'm still struggling to get saliva. Clean saliva, remove saliva. So I'm gonna put my saliva here. If it bothers you, I'm very sorry, but I have to do it. Sorry if it bothers you. So this is my saliva from my mouth. Yes, and in my saliva salivary amylase. Another name is Tylene. So we have that. Our temperature is still at what? So this is saliva. Actually it is even more than 1 ml.
It's lovely at 42.
At 42, good. So we are taking a very clean boiling tube. Then we put around how many ml? Maybe we can have 2. We can work with 2 or 3. Doesn't matter. I am going to add distilled water there. So this one is our control experiment. This is our control experiment. This is starch and distilled water. Starch and distilled water. Hold it here. Now in this one we have pure starch. So I am going to, remember this is my saliva. So I am going to put saliva in the, it is irritating guys. Anyway, we have to do this for you. We can do anything. So this one, we have starch and saliva. So we are going to dip them in this water bath that is maintained at 40 degrees centigrade. So we are going to put them. Sorry, my sticker. Right now, so that you put it over here. Saliva plus starch. We need to transfer this liquid to this part. So saliva plus starch is over here for 5 minutes to stay there in the distilled water, in the water bath. Sorry. And this one is saliva plus distilled water. So this one is acting as our control experiment. So we are leaving them to stand there for like 5 minutes. Then we start working on the food tests, and we are going to test for reducing sugar in both test tube. We are going to add Benedict solution. We want to check whether the saliva we had put here is going to act on starch. Are you together? Just hold on here. So guys, in this, this is the most crucial part of this practical, because what we have been doing, we had put saliva in both, we had put starch in both test tube. This test tube we put distilled water, and this one we put saliva, so that because we know saliva as salivary amylase in the saliva is going to act on the starch. It's going to act on the starch so that it will break it down into its constituent monosaccharide. So the saliva in this test tube, we put it here. The saliva will break it into its constituent monosaccharide. And remember, monosaccharides are reducing sugars, all right? So we had to put it in the water bath that was maintained at 40 degrees centigrade so that it can act on the starch by breaking it into its constituents monosaccharide. So we are going to check whether is it true that saliva contains salivary amylase, and if it contains salivary amylase, did it break it down to its constituency monosaccharides, which are reducing sugars? So what we are going to do is to add equal amount of Benedict solution to this content in this solution, in this test tube. So we are going to add, maybe we can use dropper, clean dropper. You can use clean dropper to put quite a number of it. And then we put it in water bath again. We do the same. You can show them. You do the same. You put Benedict on the other one, on the other test tube containing distilled water and starch. All right.
So we still put it in a water bath. We don't have to maintain this at any temperature. Actually, it should be even boiling water. So we leave it to stand for about 5 minutes. By the end of the 5 minutes, we are going to see what will happen. But you can see an amazing work. Results are coming out very well. You can see the difference, but you have to be patient until we have to be patient until 5 minutes are over. But keep observing the color changes. You can see blue color of Benedict solution still remains. Blue color still remains. Mora. What can you say, Mora?
I can see the blue color of Benedict solution of this test tube.
Containing what? Starch?
Containing starch and
distilled water. It still remains. The blue remains.
The blue remains. And the other side. The other one.
It's changing. We are now almost to yellow.
This one contains saliva and the starch. It was blue. It contained the Benedict solution, which is blue. It changes from
it's changing now.
It's changing from
the blue color is disappearing actually.
Yes, the blue color is disappearing.
Let's keep boiling. It's changing. You can see. It is changing. So my saliva is working. My saliva has worked. See the color change, guys. We don't have to wait even for the 5 minutes to finish, because already we have the result. We can see the result. An orange precipitate has been formed in a test tube that contained saliva and starch. So, and actually starch has been broken down into 8 constituent monosaccharides.